When you reach the summit of that mountain that we were climbing, you have a lot of emotion that comes to you. Sometimes you just blank, you're just like disbelief. Did I really reach that, or is there more to climb? And then, very quickly, after happiness, the question is, what's next? And this what's next is a thought that starts. And you don't really realize, you really think, did I achieve that? Is it possible that over the course of 10 years, Czapek has gone from nothing to this? And what should be the next step if I want to make it so nice that it's a continuous adventure? And that's the next mountain, but we have to choose it wisely. And here comes the team, the family, the collectivity. So it's not my plan, it's the plan of everyone, or it's the collection of dreams of everyone that finally makes, okay, that's a possible direction. And the reasoning is not so much into, is it sound economically? No. Do we have the passion for doing it? Yes. That's really the way we choose. Yeah, we've been maybe to the top of the Antarctic, and that's why we need to go beyond the Antarctic to the next mountain. And the next mountain will be made of the lessons we've learned when climbing the current mountain. And that's why we are here together here. This is La Vue des Alpes. This is one of the nicest views on the Eiger, the Mons, and the Jungfrau, which are behind the clouds, but they are here, and they represent what we are doing. What we have seen, at the end of last year was the market slowdown. That was very abrupt. For us, the market slowdown would theoretically represent no news, because with the big backlog we have, that could be something easy to manage. But first of all, I'm fed up with trying to run with a backpack full of stones. I want to have a smaller backlog. One of the craziest key decisions I took was last year. I decided to push the retailers to cancel part of their orders, to avoid any speculative orders. So we have been able this way to decrease slightly our backlog to a little less than 2 years, from 1 to 2 years. And that means that we are going to be able to launch new products that will be delivered next year. That's super cool, because it's really what we wanted.
Dans le groupe Mianovic, la partie R&D manufacture, qui a été créée il y a 10 ans par M. Mianovic. Donc là, on fait principalement de la modélisation, de la conception, développement, programmation et l'usinage.
The good thing is we are working together all days. We are not a big company. So we here in R&D Manufacture, we are really a little staff. We are working together on each part of
each component.
Each component. So when the part is produced the first time, the person who work on machine control this part. After I control this part, and after the person who programmed it control this part too. So we are really sure about the precision.
What we see with Romu now is what they called inside R&D Manufacture preparation. So the whole concept is to avoid what they would call the potato effect. Potato effect is the more you polish, the more you have angles that are rounded. You don't want round. You want clear, straight lines catching the light. So here, this is a task that seems very simple. It is not. To achieve what he does, you need to be absolutely straight, parallel to the band. in order to achieve that you have some stripes, very thin, of the satin polish that are absolutely regular, always the same, and always the same through the three links. So part comes from the quality of the tooling, the precision of the tooling. Actually, before that, we should say it comes from the conception of the tooling. If you have a good tool, well conceived, and then very precise, you can work well. And then it's the quality of his handwork, by pushing but not too much, by preparing but knowing how much he has to prepare that band, which has been slightly greasy beforehand, and to change it at the right moment before it creates a different type of mark. So here we are going to look at the inner part of the sea. We're going to look at creating a very flat aspect of that level and not a sort of a bathtub effect, rounded like it is today actually. So that's a clear upgrade that we're doing on our bracelets, and achieving that and finding the right people to do that. Believe it or not, but it took us 3 years to actually meet RD Manufacture and realize that we had the same culture, we had the same interest into making beautiful watchmaking, and the willingness to work together.
I started investing in Czapek since 2017. I think I have more than 15 Czapeks. I believe this Czapek will take off because run by dedicated people. I mean, the whole teams, they are just like, they own the company. So they work from the heart. It's not from day to day, come morning, back afternoon, but they have their heart. They put their heart.
For 2024, I feel like we have probably 3 messages that we would like to communicate to our audience. The first one is our vision of the future of high-end watchmaking throughout the collection Promenade. Promenade is a collection that is brand new and we'll be launching it at Watches and Wonders this year. It's a collection that stands for the joy of wearing a beautiful high-end watch, a timepiece that is joyful, that is playful. We play with colors, with textures. It's a way to demonstrate our innovativeness in revisiting old traditional arts and crafts in watchmaking with our own signature style. And it is based on our caliber 5, so it's a solid one. It's something that you can wear every day, a daily banger. Small and thin, so it feels like not wearing it somehow. That's the vision that we have for the future of watchmaking. The second message is probably about our values as a brand. In the 21st century, luxury has shifted, and nowadays we have to propose a mix of values and value. So value is no compromises on the product, excellency, the best of, in terms of creativity and in terms of execution. Values for us is really feeling always like the underdog, like the newcomer. So listening even more to what we did in the past to our customers to develop new products, but also being open, being transparent, as we did before. We'll keep doing it no matter what. And this leads me to the third message, that is probably that we're here and we're going nowhere. We're here to stay. What we hope the future holds for us is a beautiful maturity, adult phase in which we'll keep offering great products and we'll keep our values in everything we do. We do have exciting events coming up. Obviously, the first one is Watches and Wonders. So as you can imagine, we're in a rush for everything, for shootings, for press appointment scheduling, retailers appointment scheduling, for everything that's around the preparation and is related to the preparation of this big event. Obviously, you'll be able to discover our new collections that are highly expected. And the main focus, as I mentioned before, will be on Promenade. So the brand new collection, I can tell much more about it now. Other than Promenade, you will be also able to discover some new Antarctiques, one in a new material that has not been used for the collection so far, and a few different more dials, a few new dials, one of which is very beautiful, it's my personal favorite, and it's in a new stone that it is used in watchmaking, but for Czapek it is quite new, and a beautiful, beautiful color.
The next level for Czapek is to build the capacity to do everything in-house. We have 2 constructors, and I'm speaking about building the capacity because we want to keep our partners, because we find this permeability in the relationships, in the know-how, in the savoir-faire, in the expertise to be critical. This is how watchmaking has become what it has become in Switzerland, and we want to keep that. Yet, we also realize that there is something inside Czapek. There is some kind of magic that makes that we do things differently naturally, without even thinking about it. And we need to learn to develop this, continue this, do new things, but in synergy with our partners. So I don't really know what is the exact roadmap. I know where is the destination, and the destination is in creating new watches, new calibers, new experiences for watchmaking, new functions in watchmaking. Yet, the way we will do it will probably be very iterative, very creative, and very much collaborative.
Nowadays, Czapek is perceived as an independent maison, not a newcomer, not a startup brand anymore.
The fear we all had was to actually be stuck as a one model brand. We need to destroy the walls of the prison we're building.